The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 5. You get the NASDAQ off 66. NASDAQ's getting hit out here. We'll have to see.
They were all kind of getting hit in the last 30 minutes. Quite a, yeah.
S&P's down 7.5. We have the gold contract flat, $14. Yeah, $14. $1,419 an ounce. Silver, $16.40. Light sweet crude up 30 cents, $56.49 a barrel. Notes and bonds, 10-year up 8 ticks, 127.15. 30 up 14 at 154.25. And King dollar up 74 ticks, trading 97.825. The euro is at 111 to 1 U.S. dollar. The yen is at 18.64, and the pound is at 122 to 1 U.S. dollar. Now let's go over and look at this dollar. So this gets really intriguing. So the dollar index, folks, okay, finally took out. On the active contract, it's high. And what's going to get, we'll find out how this is going to shake out. But I want to show you something here.
I don't think it's DXU.
DXU, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we have is that, you got to remember something in the futures contract. Futures contracts roll over every 3 months, okay? So we definitely took it out. That was 97,715, okay? Now, it was at light volume. Now, if I go to the continuous contract, it hasn't taken it out yet. And, the real bottom line is that this is a toss-up. It's like, okay, what is the difference? Well, I know what the difference is, factually, okay? They tie these together. So the real question is going to be, are we going to go after this 98,260? Because when I look at that, it would say to me that we really got to break that to break out, And then I'm going to go to the DXY, which is the DX. Yeah, DX. I think
spot.
Yeah, please, thank you. Okay, so if we look at that also, you're going to see that we haven't taken that out yet. But it's a toss-up. To me, it's a toss-up.
It's close, no matter what.
Exactly. And I think it's going to basically get answered Wednesday.
Sure, yeah.
What is amazing today is that the dollar isn't to the moon because the pound is getting slammed. Look at this.
It sure is.
The no Brexit's on the table now.
It sure is.
So the euro, it's holding tough at the lows.
Yeah.
But I'm really surprised the dollar isn't that much higher. And, if we go over to gold is still strong. And that's the divergence that we have out here. If gold's holding up like this, if the dollar pulls back at all, we're going to get some nice upward action inside the gold market. NDX, let's take a look at the NDX because that's the one that's getting slammed out here this morning. So let's see what we got. So you got Workday down 4%, Micron's off 3.2, Alexa Pharmaceuticals down 3, and Autodesk down 3.
Yeah, Alexion.
Yeah, the
generic drug makers, right? Pfizer.
Yeah.
Teaming up with their generic portion of Pfizer is going to team up with Mylan. So quite a pop, but that Mylan, you can pull it up on the Thinkorswim platform.
What a mess, right?
No, I was going to say it was actually a lot higher pre-market too.
Yeah, look
on
at
the news initially.
Right. I mean, this stock was at $76.
Yeah.
And what is that?
Yeah.
What's the dates on this?
Yeah. What are you looking at? A monthly? So we're going back a couple years.
Yeah. It's still pretty intense.
Now that's where we've dealt with. That's where they've dealt with. They one of the biggest, at least headline making, is the EpiPen,
yeah.
which they jacked the price to ridiculous levels, and so that's where you saw some impact on their.
Oh yeah.
But just to pull up, so. It's the S&P, but what were we just looking at? Mylan, right? No, yes, we were. So it spiked to 24 on that news. Check it out. So right back down to 21, and then Pfizer on that
3
news.
points, just like that.
Yeah, Pfizer on that news actually lower, but that actually sparked higher as well on that news, which is interesting, how that played out.
Big numbers.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at some of the higher vol. Well, here, let's go to the bond market first, because what we have is, so the Fed starts the meeting tomorrow, comes out at 2 o'clock on Wednesday with a statement, 2:30 with the news conference. And, these bonds don't want to, well, they're going to have to build some cars to get through this last Thursday, that's for sure. but they don't look like they're backing off.
Yeah. Can I
know?
just jump to? I have the 10-year chart, I believe, up here just to turn it on.
The yield. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's the yield, and there's where we were sitting about 2.01 prior to that run. You know, vice versa on the price of it. Yeah. And so we're sitting about 2.05. But even on Friday, we had inched up to 2.096. You're talking about 0.4% just since Friday at about 8, 9 in the morning.
Right.
Not bad. And then I had mentioned to you in terms of the Fed funds futures, right, coming into Wednesday.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
So we're sitting at 2.25 to 2.5, which would be this column, et cetera. But there's your probability of a 25 basis point cut for the July 31st meeting. There's your probability right now implied for a 50 basis point. So you're looking at about a 3-to-1 probability chance that you're going to get a 25 basis. This is pricing a 0% chance that you have nothing happening. So all but assured you getting a cut, only real discussion. And then when you start to get into the further meetings, right, 60% chance that we get 2 cuts over the next 2 meetings, whether that's 2 right away, none there, 2 cuts over the next 2 meetings. And then you got almost a better than 1 in 3 chance that you get 3 cuts over the next 3 meetings, and almost rising to 38% that by the end of the year we get 3 cuts.
And that's how the Fed moves. When the Fed's going up, it's normally not a one-time occurrence.
No.
You get occurrences going all the way up, then you get neutral, then for a certain period of times, then you get cuts on the way down. What I didn't realize, because we've been at rates so low for so long, like they haven't cut rates like in 10 years or something.
I agree. It's 2008. I was just going to mention it. Yeah.
That's so cool. That's
and
crazy.
It was surprising when I heard the headline. It does make sense, right, in terms of, but when you hear the headline, I said, man, 11 years, we haven't had a cut. And
I know.
If we don't get one Wednesday, the market will freak out. So we're going to get one Wednesday, and we haven't had one in 11 years. And I'm just going to jump to, man, we usually do it later in the show, but you're just talking about in terms of we haven't had those cuts. You talked about some of this in the gold report this morning.
Yeah.
Perfect opportunity, right? 900th issue last Monday. We're already on to issue 901, man. This sale ends Wednesday. So it ends July 31st. We got 2 more days. You can get in there, pay $495. You get $695 Tiger dollars. That is the price of the gold report. So you can essentially get a year of the gold report for $495. And I encourage everybody, we've gotten questions from subscribers to Mastering Probability subscribers. Fibonacci, hey, can I use these Tiger dollars for that subscription as well? Yes, this is a Tiger dollar sale, all right? In theory, it kind of has nothing to do with the gold report other than the fact we've tailored the price exactly to the year of the gold report. But nonetheless, you end up with $695 Tiger dollars, which you can apply to any subscription we offer. Any current subscribers, I encourage you to check it out. This is more than a 40% bonus. That's more than a bonus that we ever give, even for our sales, all right? And we never offer such an affordable price for $495. So check it out on the front page and new issue of the gold report. You're kind of talking about some of the stuff that you had in there this morning, of course. Gold rocking and rolling.
Because it's major divergence. I mean, it's pretty impressive that gold's at highs and the dollar's at highs. It's like, okay, so what's going to crack here?
And then we get payrolls on Friday. And not to mention, huge week of earnings this week as well. I think we got Apple earnings. Speaking of the NASDAQ rocking and rolling.
The 30th.
Tomorrow after the bell. So not bad.
What are they going to be looking for? How many billions?
Yeah. When are we going to start getting into the trillions, man? It's only a matter of time.
Getting close, right?
It's only a matter of time. There you go. They're taking $250 billion every year, but they're going to be looking for $53 billion in 90 days.
53 billion.
90 days.
I don't mind.
And that's not even the big quarter, man.
God.
Yeah.
Stay right there. Tommy and I come right back, folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow up 5, NASDAQ down 79. Continues to get slammed. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is trading up 21. Nasdaq is down 72. S&Ps are off 6. And depending what generations you're from, I'd go to an Alfred Hitchcock movie. But I know, what are the horror movies of today? Like
You're thinking of The Birds,
yeah,
Hitchcock, right?
yeah.
It's pretty close, man.
This is pretty intense,
we'll
folks.
clue them in. Sin City getting a little bit of an invasion, man.
Las Vegas grasshopper invasion is so big you can see it on the weather radar.
Yeah, Las Vegas, man. Pretty intense. And I was just showing you this.
This is crazy.
Check out that weather map. The gray area is the likely grasshoppers. So pretty remarkable. Green being
the weather,
the
right?
weather, I
Yeah.
believe, because that illustrates like rain, or you can see the scale as we're familiar with it. But the gray, they say most times, most of these echoes are biological targets. In this case, we're talking about grasshoppers. And I just showed you. Of course, we know I play a little poker. I know a bunch of people that live in Vegas. They post the pictures, videos on their social media feed. Man, they are everywhere, right on the strip. You're talking about Caesars, Harrah's, the big right.
If you Google this, folks, Tommy just showed it to me. It is right. It's better than a movie, but you don't want to be near it. It's like.
So they say that Vegas, like all of Nevada, has had almost twice as much rain in 2019 than normal.
Okay.
So
it breeds them evidently.
the city has had 4.63 inches of rain to date, much more than the usual 2.38.
Yeah.
In Florida, we're familiar. You get that rain.
No,
you
we've got a
get
lot.
the gnats. You get
Yeah.
the mosquitoes, right? I mean, little bugs. They breed in that water.
yeah.
So maybe it's something. We have clear records from the 60s of it happening, and I've seen it at least 4 or 5 times in 30 years. So it's happened before, but pretty remarkable, man. So you want to jump to some of those Las Vegas Sands. How are they doing?
Yes, they're gonna. I can't picture how they even can get when you look at the film, folks. I can't picture how they even let the door open.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's the type of, it's literally a swarm for the, where you open the door, you probably let in 200 in the span of, right, a split second. Yeah. And Las Vegas Sands, that's, down what is that, 1.8%? Not a small move.
Yeah, and it's been a consolidation for quite some time. It's back to, this chart's at 2012. Let me take a look at Win.
What? Oh, okay, that was a longer term chart. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So all those casino stocks getting hit a little bit today.
Yeah, same thing. Windsor 2012 too. Interesting.
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is in both cases. This is make out China. I mean, they both make their fortune over there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, they better if they get grasshoppers invading Vegas.
God.
Seriously, right?
Let's go over. We'll take a look at this natural gas market and active contracts. So let's see. You're at 213. And
Coming down to that price point, man.
Oh yeah, this is a disaster.
Last month.
NG1.
And what is that recent low, if you could? Whenever you pull it up, I'm just curious. Oh, we're going super long term. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, game is like 161 here.
Okay.
You're broken everything.
Can we put it back on a weekly or
Yep.
daily? I just wanted to see what that recent low was last month. Even, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you're below that. That's
Okay.
215.
215.9. So we are, yeah.
You know, this is, folks, what we have with natural gas is this. Fundamentally, okay, well, technically, it's breaking every low. Fundamentally, remember we went over this, last week, is
Lots of natural gas.
not only natural, they're burning, what was the number? 1.2 million
I'm not sure.
N dollars every day just in the state of Texas. The burn-offs. Because I was talking about the aspect of that they have to get a license to do the burn-off, but what the deal is that the pipelines are trying to stop. If you own a fracking well, right, you need a license to burn it off. And there's 2,000 applications, and they accepted 2,000 and said yes to 2,000. So the pipeline companies are going out of their mind, like Williams, because if I'm Williams, I get your gas, but it costs you more money to give it to me than to burn it.
Right.
So when you think about that fundamentally, they're burning this every day. There's so much natural gas, it's insane. So, I'd be really careful here, man. I mean, and natural gas is volatile beyond belief, and I know at $2 a day how volatile it can get. Well, guess what?
Oh yeah. No, I would say.
You just don't know.
Yes.
But
you look at those spikes on that chart.
That's 161.
Hey, I mean that's like a 20% haircut. 161 from where we're at right now.
And that's game.
Yeah. Yes.
That's game out there. So
yeah.
You got to be really careful.
How about Apple? We got Apple earnings.
Yeah.
Take a look at them tomorrow after the bell. Touched on it briefly.
So the low's 142, the high's 233.
$963 billion company. Maybe they'll flirt with that $1 trillion mark coming into that number.
Yeah, and that's a high volume high.
Yeah.
So that's telling me it wants to get tested. Now I don't think that's the high. That's 215. Let me pull this back. I think the high is much higher than that. I think it's a couple years ago. Yeah, 233.
Okay. Yeah. That's just from October though.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I suspect this high from, 2 months ago wants to get tested. I'm not quite sure about this, the high, the all-time high, because, so you're coming right into that downdraft from 223.
Yeah, and that was the whole market falling apart in the end of last year, right? Yeah.
And I want to go to Chipotle, though, because Chipotle, folks, this is going to be...
they got an upgrade this morning.
Oh, look at this. Yeah,
somebody, I believe maybe Goldman, called them the best investment in the restaurant sector.
Really?
Or something like that. We can...
This got away from the 758, so that's not going to be a failure. No way.
Can we go into the news whenever we finish looking at the chart? I forget who... there you go, Goldman. $1,000 price target.
1,000 price target, and you're ready 810.
Yeah.
That's a big buy.
Yep.
11 buys, 16 holds, and 7 sells previously from Bloomberg data.
Now I wonder if all of those got updated. I mean, I guess they would, right? I don't know what previously means.
Yeah.
As in they just came out with their earnings, and usually the analysts will reiterate or revise what they're coming out with. Like we said, hey, I'm a fan of Chipotle. I haven't been there in a while. I get some action from Qdoba, very similar. Exact type of Mexican fast casual.
What's it called? Qdoba?
Qdoba, Qdoba.
Okay.
Pretty similar as
like a fresh line.
You go through the line, rice, chicken, steak, whatever it is. Qdoba actually delivers on Uber Eats. That being the difference. But I'm a fan. And
do you use DoorDash too?
I don't, but some of my friends do.
Okay.
I just haven't set it up.
Yeah.
A little bit of a different deal there in terms of. I believe they pay their employees, literally drivers they have on salary.
Yeah.
So you might argue that you could trust those people a little bit more with your food, just to
Okay.
give, as opposed to the random Uber driver that gets every meal. And do you really trust that person with your food when they're? You should, right? They do a background check.
I never thought about that.
Oh yeah, listen, hey, when your food, you're talking about your food, you're about to eat it. You know, you got
That's intense.
It's one thing getting in somebody's car, but nobody's watching that person with that food. You got a million different Uber drivers out there, versus you have the stable full-time DoorDash, and I don't know if they're full-time. I shouldn't say that, but you have a stable employee, which is probably less likely to. That's something I think about. But with that said, I've never ordered DoorDash, and I'm kind of giving them a kudos, right?
Yeah.
And so I do trust Uber Eats.
Yeah.
But there's been some stories out there of food and Uber Eats drivers, not good ones. So
Oh, man.
see what happens.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow. Dow's up 27. Nasdaq's down 67. S&Ps are off 5. We'll come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's up 25, Nasdaq's down 69, S&Ps are off 6. Let's go into the Dow and see what we have, strength versus the weakness out here. So, strength is you get Disney putting 12 positive points, Apple 10, McDonald's 9, Johnson Johnson 9, taken away from it, Boeing minus 12, Goldman minus 9, Microsoft 9, Dow DuPont 7.
Can we take a look at Disney? Always
Yeah.
interested in just the fundamental battle going on
Seriously,
between
man.
Disney as they get into the streaming platform themselves.
Powerful, man.
Yeah, and you
This
had
is-
Netflix coming out getting smacked pretty hard recently with their earnings.
Yeah.
And obviously, the one thing really interesting is that I think Netflix added 2.7 million subscribers for the quarter. They were
Okay.
looking for like 5 million.
Yep.
We saw a decrease in domestic subscribers of about 100,000. And the competition is not even here yet.
I know.
I mean, and it's gonna be here within the 12 months.
Right.
All of them. You're
Right.
talking about Disney Plus. You're talking about HBO Max. You're talking about the Hulu package tied into the Disney with Disney, ESPN, Hulu type mix. There's just going to be tons of competitors. Netflix is already getting hit. What happens when you really have all those choices? Not to mention people cutting the cord even more.
And we know Disney has the content.
Oh man.
That's,
And you're talking about what, $7 a month they're going to be charging? If you have kids, I don't see how you could be that cruel not to pay the $7 for that Disney
No,
service.
God, you know what's so
I mean-
crazy is that think about all the films that you haven't seen in a long time with Disney. Like you were talking about, you could just get it for a month and leave it. You could go
Yes.
on a Disney binge for
Yes.
a couple weeks for $7, and then say,
Definitely.
okay, I won't get it again. I get it in a couple months.
If you're an Avengers fan, right, eventually they'll probably release that to the service, and they're still going to have the business plan that some movies, or a majority of those big names, they're going to go to the box office, right?
Yep.
This isn't going to be a Netflix-type plan where Netflix, any movie, immediately available on their service.
Right.
Disney, no, they know that they still make billions upon billions upon
Oh, yeah.
billions of putting movies into movie theaters. But guess where they're going right after that? On the service, man. So yeah, you
Right.
sign up, you watch some of those great movies, especially if you have kids, you're into it, and $7. And like I said, it is going to be a battle of. And then what I think you're going to get to is they're going to incentivize longer-term subscriptions. Maybe they incentivize contracts because it
Yeah.
will become a jumping game. Because binge watching, I love binge watching.
Yeah, I
right?
do
You
too.
get a show,
I do too,
so you
yeah.
pick your battle, right?
right.
You pick. I want
It's such a bummer when it's over.
it is,
Yeah.
exactly. So, you subscribe to HBO for a month, boom, you're there. Disney for a month, you get back on the Netflix train maybe when Netflix comes out with their program of the month you like, whether it's whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty intense. NFL, let me look at this. NFLX. Because Netflix, for a long period of time, just it's resilient. There's,
Oh, the returns are insane when you look at
it gets smoked, and then it just
It's-
it seems to
the volatility since over the
Yeah.
last year has been remarkable.
let's put that.
You're looking at, what is that trading range? From 240 up to 420, maybe? What are that high? I'm
Yeah.
just ballparking over the last year and a half. Talking about a mammoth up and down.
Yeah.
231, yeah.
The good news in Netflix, this is not a high volume low, so that consolidation's probably still there.
Which is, I was just going to say,
you
which
know?
is saying a lot because that was such a collapse in the market that you really could see some volume there
Yeah.
when things were accelerating
Right.
into Christmas Eve.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see where it shakes out. And so Netflix takes in, let's see. Well, this is nothing compared to Disney, right? Okay,
No.
4.9 million.
Yeah.
And we go into Disney. If we separate this, media networks.
Not sure that's because they have
interesting.
studio in there, though. They
Yeah,
have,
they get studio. So,
and then they have direct to consumer and internet. They get big numbers, man.
yeah.
Netflix, though, I think I saw, so Disney, $263 billion company. And I think Netflix, we jump back to Netflix, because
Yeah.
I think they're at 114, 115. So Disney, more than double, 144. So just almost double the valuation of Netflix. As in,
Yeah.
So
So they're both pretty powerful.
That's-
Because that's a big valuation for Netflix, man.
will Disney always be almost double the size of the company Netflix is? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's where you got to look at
Well,
those comparisons.
And this is when you look what you're paying for it. You're only paying
Right.
$22 for $1 of earnings
Okay.
in Disney.
Let's go. What is
That's
Netflix
going to be
going to be
100.
higher than that?
Yeah, it's going to be 100.
There you go.
There it is,
100.
101.
Yeah.
101 to
Yep.
129.
Yeah. And it would make sense, though, because, the parks value of that earnings, you're not going to be growing that at 100 times PE.
Right.
Or some
Right.
of those. But with that said, you might be growing some of that content distribution. Maybe they'll get a bump up of that.
If
of
you
that
asked me
PE.
2 years ago, I would definitely just be a Netflix plan versus a Disney. And,
Yeah.
And it seems, and nothing's really happened fundamentally. It just seems that their films, once we start looking at some of these numbers, the numbers that they come out with this year, they get 65% of the box office. If you have 65% of the box office, man, you're making money.
Staggering.
Yeah,
They
and
got
that means money for the future also.
Yes.
in a huge way.
I mean, they went over. Was it the Marvel
Yeah.
that they bought all? I think they bought it for like $4 billion or something.
4.2 billion.
And they've recouped what, 16 billion or something at the box office alone.
Right.
And that doesn't
Never
speak
mind
to
the
the
toys.
licensing, right?
Watch, we'll go to Hasbro. Watch this.
Yeah,
folks.
and that's kind of when we touched on it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So Hasbro
Up
is at
another
all-time
solid-
highs,
yeah.
right? And this has to do with, all those great.
Yeah, they were selling Avengers
the franchise
items, right?
brands.
Yeah.
Look at the franchise brands, 2.4 billion.
That is huge, right?
Yeah.
And it would make sense.
So that's the biggest part of their business too.
Yeah.
The gaming monopoly is only 787 million. It's still
Yeah.
good. A lot of games, but
Just to pull up, because where were they last? They get a lot of news in there. We'll jump to it, but I was looking for when they came out with their numbers last week, because they even mentioned in there directly that, they got a lift from some of those franchises that are going gangbusters, man. The Disney movies that break all records, they
Right.
sell the toys. So there you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty wild, man.
Those action figures.
877-927-6648. Let's get over and take a look at, I want to see where. So Royal Gold, folks, is one of the streamers. Now, this is way away from its high, which is really cool. I mean, this is bottom line saying that, hey, guess what? No matter what the Fed says, that, the probability is pretty high that the metal wants to go higher, because this is all-time highs. And this leads the metal market. And the extension on this, though, is pretty intense, man. 100 was the breakout area.
Yep.
And we're coming at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And when you look at a bar like this, I mean, this is a beautiful bar. You're talking about a bar is up to 118.
It's been a heck of a 2 months in gold,
Hasn't
and
it?
especially, like you pulled up, this equity, a couple others.
And that's a consolidation of, it's a 6-year consolidation. So this is the first one that broke it. We got Kirkland, but I don't believe Kirkland was around. Well, it was around then, but it wasn't a producer, so you're not going to have the same. Yeah, this is just a one-way shot on the way up. I mean, this is a great stock.
We're only going back to 2015 versus that was a 2012. So
Yeah, and I could go back all the way. This
no,
is
it's
just
not.
a
It's not gonna. That's
right. It's just a new stock.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So this is a powerhouse, though.
Yep.
This is a big powerhouse, man. FNV. I think it finally got over it. Now this got to get away from it too. Yeah, it's getting away from it somewhat. Well, it's only 3 points away from it. That's not enough. It's getting away from it. 89, you're at 89. 86 was the breakout area. 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading up 25. NASDAQ is down 66. S&P's up 6. We'll come right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the tax opportunity zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com. educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 19, Nasdaq's down 68, S&Ps are off 6. Let's go take a look at some of these bigger energy stocks, because Tommy was just showing me. What was that number? It's a big number.
Yeah, so I was looking at Bloomberg had a cool chart this morning in terms of the percentage of market cap of an industry reporting this week alone. Huge week for energy. 76% of the basically market cap of that industry reporting this week alone. Real estate, a big one at 72%. Utilities at 49%. Then we got healthcare, materials, technology in the 30s. Yeah.
So we get ExxonMobil. This is the second. Now, is the second this week?
That's going to be Friday, I believe.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Okay. This doesn't.
And we got Chevron, too. We can jump to them afterwards.
Yeah,
But Chevron.
this looks to me like it's going a lower price. This hasn't been able to hold price for a long period of time. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Yeah, highs out here was 104, going back to 2014.
Yeah.
You got a high volume low laying at 64. Chevron is in better shape. It's laying up here at highs, but let's see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Pretty close. What is that high, if you could, at 2014? Just out of, not far?
135.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't it? I mean, there's a big difference in.
Yeah, they're both mammoth companies, but they have a little different things going on, and they are also on Friday. So both of them.
Okay.
Let me just confirm the second, but yes, it's Friday the 2nd. So we got Chevron and Exxon coming in, both of those on
August 2nd. Holy cow.
Friday. Watch out, man.
Halliburton, I believe, already come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
They come out. You got, well, see, I'll do it this way. Let me see who else.
One more.
CVX.
Oh, you got it. Yeah. There we
Okay,
go.
CVX, RV. So this gives you the ones that when they put them in together. Interesting. Suncor, Imperial. Look at none of these look any good. Husky Energy's down 19% for the year. Change some of this. HSE. Let's see what this is. HSE.
So they're only a $7 billion company versus Exxon and Chevron, which are 300 and 200 billion plus.
Oh, that got acquired.
There we
anyway.
go. I was like, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. The
And I wonder how when they say energy, that can mean a lot of things.
Sure.
I wonder
No,
what
'cause
they
you
group
get
into.
Diamond Offshore.
Exactly.
Let's,
Let
you
alone
know,
natural gas drilling. You have electric producing. You know.
These people have got these drill. I mean, just look at this chart. What a mess. $100 down at 761.
The world was a different place in 2008.
Yeah.
Especially when you talk about the price of oil.
Yeah. And what you need.
Yeah, and natural
Fracking.
gas in there as well. So there's not as big of a need to get all this oil if we're providing natural gas that makes up some of the demand for oil, let alone you have lower prices. It doesn't make sense fiscally to go pay a company like Offshore Drilling
Right.
to put in all their rigs.
Exactly.
Because guess what? You can't sell oil at $100+ anymore.
And you know what's amazing, folks? Okay, you know, for you folks that were around in the 2001, because when gold was going, they were saying that it was going to be the end of the world again, and oil also was that we're running out of oil. You know.
So sorry, end of the world in oil as in lower prices or higher prices? Then you said we're running out of oil.
Higher prices.
Higher prices, okay.
This is like
We're running out of oil,
We're
okay.
out, there was a million books that were actually
Okay.
running out of oil.
Okay.
Now, I didn't buy it. The only reason I didn't buy it is that I was around for the Arab oil embargo, and that was serious business because you were in lines, and that was the whole mantra there. We're running out of oil and all this, and then, it was just an embargo.
Okay.
And then, forget it. That you were waiting in lines forever, and then
Yes.
once they opened the spigot up again, it was wide open. You know
And
what I
that's
mean?
when OPEC, whether it was OPEC back then or not, that's when they really had a stranglehold on the supply of
They did.
things versus now
Totally.
it's not the case. That's why
Right.
you see those OPEC news items. Yeah, they affect the market.
Peak oil, thank you. That's
But
what it was
they don't.
called. Yeah, peak oil.
Okay.
Yeah, peak oil. Peak oil, all right.
Okay.
Tell that to all the multi-billionaires and multi-millionaires in Pennsylvania that one second had a farm and the next second they have fracking wells everywhere.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool what did happen in a lot of those states. There's no doubt about it,
They're dealing with a few earthquakes as a result of the lack of regulations there.
Yeah.
Just when you say it's pretty cool what happened, some of those people don't think it's so cool with all
Yeah,
those
no,
fracking
I-
wells that
yeah.
now they're dealing with
Yeah,
constant
no.
earthquakes because there was no regulations. Just
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know if that's my definition of cool.
Well, what I'm talking about is that you
I know, I'm just bringing in-
you had farmers
It's-
that were farmers. And
they
then
made huge
then
money.
Exactly.
Some of those
Yeah.
people, they'll come to regret that now because their land is
You know,
just
I read those
full of
articles.
earthquakes.
Yeah, right. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. 877-927-6648. This dollar is like just blowing my mind, folks. And this is why. Watch this. I'm trying to, I know the weighting structures inside these, but the pound just continues down. And the euro's not doing much, but the pound's, it's the euro. The euro is 60% of the dollar index.
Yeah.
So that's the number, but it's like hanging there, man. It's going to be pretty wild if, in fact, they do go hard Brexit. So what they're saying here, well, let's see what they're saying. The pound and gilt yields slid to multi-year lows as the UK Prime Minister Johnson stepped up preparations for a no-deal Brexit with just about 3 months left until the nation exits the European Union. Sterling tumbled the most among the group of 10 currencies as various members of Johnson's top team took a tough stance. Well, they're certainly going to have some negotiation power, it would seem to me. You get a new administration, and if you're on the other side of it, you know that they're gearing up. It's like, okay, well, what are we going to do here?
I don't know. I put all the pressure actually on Britain because, as we've talked about before, the EU does not want to incentivize members leaving the EU.
Oh, that's for sure.
So they have set the hard stance themselves, and that's why you've seen May back down continually because the EU said take it or leave it, kind of, and that's why the EU, the Britain hasn't been able to make a deal.
And this all goes on this Irish backstop. This is going to be a pretty tough deal with the Irish backstop. So the way the Irish backstop works, folks, is this. You have Ireland, then you have the Republic of Northern Ireland, okay?
Yes.
And, of course, that was, war forever since the Easter Uprising in the 1800s.
The IRA, et cetera, right.
And they don't want to put a wall back there. And, I can see why they...
Any type of a checkpoint, not to
Exactly.
interrupt you, but they've said
Exactly.
will immediately be a target point.
Which it was before.
Yeah,
Right.
and so the whole idea of
Right.
checkpoints along that border
Right.
is everything that was needed to end all those
Right.
bombings and violence between the
Right.
two.
So maybe they just say, okay, listen, no checkpoint, and you guys can walk back and forth.
I love your optimism, but I don't think that's why Johnson is prime minister to say no borders, do whatever you want, walk across. That's you got to bring that in the conversation because that's not why he's the prime minister right now. Because if anything, he's completely against saying no borders, walk across the border into Britain whenever you want. No.
Yeah.
That's everything he stands against.
Oh, for sure. No,
Yeah.
for sure.
So that's why.
For sure.
I know you're saying maybe they'll say,
I'm just trying to figure out how they're going to do it. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's why the market can't figure it out either, and you get the pound crashing because no one's going to figure it out. And the odds of that hard Brexit come October 31st.
Yeah.
Which, as we all know, time flies, man. You talk about 3 months, 3 months.
Maybe
How many times have we played this
maybe-
pound game in terms of, 3 months, they have 3 months. And then we're here and they extend it. And it doesn't look like it's going to get extended this time.
No.
And hey, maybe a real deadline, because this is a real deadline. Maybe that will force them. There's nothing like a deadline to get you motivated, man.
Totally.
Yeah.
Dow Industrials up 46, Nasdaq down 56, S&P's up 4. You get gold up $1.20, Nasdaq, silver's up 2 cents. Come right back, folks.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as the #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Tom O'Brien published the 900th issue of his weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, on July 22nd. It's amazing he started the Gold Report more than 17 years ago when gold was trading at only $252. To celebrate, we're having a special Tiger Dollar sale. Right now, you can spend only $495 and we'll give you 200 extra Tiger Dollars, so you'll end up with 695 Tiger Dollars, which is the yearly price of the Gold Report. Tiger Dollars can be used for any TFNN newsletter or service, and this offer is open to new and current subscribers. With gold making 6-year highs and gold mining equities trading higher, this is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report at a dramatic savings. For all the details, visit the front page of TFNN.com. This deal ends July 31st, so don't miss out. Get your Tiger Dollars and sign up today for the Gold Report 900th issue sale. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 43, Nasdaq's down 57, S&Ps are off 4. It's really a sideways market out here compared to when we started. I mean, you know, that S&P went down pretty quick.
Yeah, S&P and the Nasdaq in the first half-hour trading, man. I did the 9 o'clock update. We had markets barely in positive territory.
Yeah.
Come back for that 10 o'clock update, man, and for the program. And
right.
A little bit of a sell-off. And then, yeah, we've gotten a little bounce, I guess, even into there.
Not to have 5
no,
points
right.
up.
It's a pretty tame hour since we've been on the air at 10. Yeah.
You know, more than likely, what we're going to see, folks, is that this is going to, you know, come into the aspect of, you know, Wednesday, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Fed day. And then we get payroll on Friday. That's just big, but that would be a big number too.
The biotechs, they're great when they're great, and they're a disaster when they're a disaster. Look at this thing. Yep, this is out of business. It's going to be out of business. This is Lexon Pharmaceuticals.
No. Lexicon. Not Alexion.
Yeah.
To confuse. Lexicon
and
Pharmaceuticals.
That's plunged 53% following Sanofi's decision to terminate its collaboration with the company.
And I think it's down much more dramatically than that because it was trading at $6.60. It's down $4. So I think it's extended. I mean, look at that. It opened at $250. It's trading at $160, as in the slide is continuing.
Look at this thing, man.
Now, and I saw.
I brought this up. This is a $300 stock at one point.
Well, I happen to see the market cap on this too. I think it's about $160 million right now. I bring this up sometimes when we look at some of the gold miners.
Yep.
Really, 170. Really got to be careful when you're dealing with an equity where a number of individual people in the entire country and world could just buy it, because you have a lot of brilliant rich people, and if there's that big of an opportunity for a $100 million stock, I mean, you put down 20%, you're talking about only $20, $30 million in equity. You got to put up and hold the whole company. That might be the end of that stock, yeah.
Stay right there, folks. We got Fast Market coming up next. Then we got our man Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get him, folks.